to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone telephone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Anubhav Rawat from Monarch Networth Capital Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Monarch Networth Capital, I welcome you all to 1Q FY22 conference call of CM Industries Limited. We will start the call with the initial comments about the results and the future outlook of the company, and then we will open the floor for question and answers. So without much delay, I now hand over this call to Mr. J.K. Jain, CMD of the company. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all. I welcome you all to the Q1 FY22 earnings call of your company. Along with me on this call, I have Mr. Rahul Jain, Director, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, Director, Mr. O.P. Gupta, CFO, Mr. Arvind Chauhan, Company Secretary, and other members of the finance team. Let me start with an overview of the industry and brief update on our financials. As you are aware, this quarter has been impacted due to the COVID second wave. Domestic two-wheeler industries declined by 38% from 5.6 million units to 3.5 million. Reflecting the above trend, the quarterly production volume from Q4 FY21 to Q1 FY22 of our key customers degrew: Honda 59.4%, TVS by 29.7%, Yamaha by 44.9%, and Suzuki by 36.9%. This decline in sales of our OEMs also impacted our sales during this quarter. For Q1 FY22, our sales declined by 35% over Q4 FY21, which was marginally better than the overall trend of our OEM. However, we are beginning to see some encouraging trends in the current quarter. Share of the automotive LED grew by 46% of the total automotive lighting in Q1 FY22 as compared to 40% in Q4 FY21. This is driven by increased sales to Yamaha for export market. Overall share of the Yamaha as proportion of our sales increased from 14.7% to 19.1% during this quarter. As our OEM return back to the normalized sales, we expect the share of LED to return back to 40 to 42% in short term. Long term trend remains upward, and this is likely to increase to 60% over the next 2-3 years. Now let me turn my attention to our efforts in the fast-growing EV market. It gives me immense pleasure to inform you that your company has been selected as a sole supplier to Ola Electric for supplying of headlamp, tail lamp, indicator, rear fender assemblies and mirrors. This recognition is a proof of your company's leadership in the EV segment and our ability to work with our OEMs on this new product. This is a very important milestone in our company's journey. We see a huge potential in the Indian EV segment and are confident of capturing greater market share in this segment over the immediate term. With this, I hand over to our CFO, Mr. Gupta, and the finance team to update on detailed numbers.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to everyone. I present the quarter one number for FY22 as compared to same quarter last year. The company registered a sales of rupees 272.25 crore in Q1 of current financial year against rupees 66.1 crore in corresponding quarter of 2021. As you are aware, both these quarters were impacted by COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns. The EBITDA was rupees 31.53 crore, translating into an EBITDA margin of 11.58% as compared to a negative EBITDA of rupees 15.38 crore in Q1 of last financial year. PAT of the company for Q1 of current financial year was rupees 11.77 crore as compared to loss of rupees 23.83 crore in Q1 of FY21. Now let me present the quarter number in comparison with Q4 FY21. Total sales during Q1 FY22 is rupees 272.25 crore as compared to 414.98 crore in Q4 FY21. This is a decline of 35% driven by lower sales across the OEMs. The EBITDA was rupees 31.53 crore, translating into an EBITDA margin of 11.58% as compared to EBITDA of rupees 53.33 crore in Q4 FY21. This declining EBITDA is driven by lower sales. PAT during Q1 FY22 is rupees 11.77 crore as compared to PAT of rupees 25.49 crore in Q4 FY21. The results were significantly impacted due to the COVID second wave. During the quarter, the company has made a capex investment of rupees 5.43 crore. We continue to be a net zero debt company. With this, I end the financial brief, and now the floor is open for question and answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may enter star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. If your questions have been answered and you wish to withdraw yourself from the queue, you may enter star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the first question from the line of Ashutosh Tiwari from Equirus Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Congrats on this Ola order. We have been doing very well in LED.
Thank you.
With first Yamaha and now Ola. So just wanted to know, because this is all full LED products, and I think headlight of Yamaha, this Ola is also looks like a projector lamp. So what would be the content basically? Will it be more than 2500 rupees per vehicle of these products that is supplied to Ola?
I'm Rajesh Sharma. This is too early to disclose such kind of things. Of course, we will be soon declare once the product will be in the market.
Okay, but this is all full LED products, so relatively much higher than what it is in
This is all LED. This is all LED. First of all, I will just give you a brief about the headlamp, tail lamp, blinker. All these are LED.
Okay. And secondly, it would not require any investment purchase from our side in the SMT capacity or anything like that. It can be done from the current plant.
It will be from the current plan only.
And what is the utilization level current line? Do you say Q1, but in Q4, what is the utilization level of the plant overall in lighting?
At the moment, we in the Q1 it was 55%, and this quarter we are expecting 75%.
Okay.
And in the peak demand, it can go up to 90%.
Okay. And what it was in Q4? What it was? In Q4 last year?
Around 85%.
Okay. And secondly, Yamaha also obviously the less impacted because of the exports, and it seemed to have done almost 52-53 crore sales to Yamaha. So Yamaha, looking at it, will probably easily cross 200 crore sales this year, right?
Yeah, we are
Okay.
No. Could you please?
Yeah, can you repeat the question, please?
If I look at Yamaha sales, this is, I think, 19% of this quarter, so almost like 53 crores, 52 crores sales in the current quarter to Yamaha. So I'm asking that Yamaha sales can cross 200 crores plus in this year, right?
Yes, this can cross.
Okay. And then other expenses appear quite low. Obviously, plant is operating at lower level, but still, as a percentage of sales, it has not moved much quarter on quarter. So, was there any one-off in other expenses, or these are normalized other expenses of lower production?
No, basically, in the Q1, it was impacted because of the second wave. So this quarter seems to be better, and we hope we are very aggressive on this.
So other expenses, I mean, last quarter, sales of 420 odd crores, other expenses around 62 crores. This quarter around 274 crores, sales almost 32 crores. Then other expenses is roughly half of Q4 level. So the sales has not declined to that extent. So is there any one-off item in other expenses? That's why it is lower, or this is normal kind of thing? There's no one-off.
This is normal. This is because of the lower sales. There is no one-off.
There is no one-off in that. Okay. So as production improves, our margin can go back to say 12.5 plus.
Yes, same what in the normal conditions.
Okay. And what is CapEx plan for this year now?
So far, as told earlier, that we have done 5.5 and our capex plan is 35 crores.
35 crores for full year.
Yeah.
And this is all maintenance capex only.
Yes, maintenance plus additional, assembly line.
Growth plan means growth capex also.
Okay. Thanks a lot, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we move to the next question, we would like to remind participants to ask a question. You may enter star and 1. We also request you to use your handsets while asking a question. We have the next question from the line of Nitish Pandey from Tata Asset Management. Please go ahead. Mr. Pandey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we cannot hear you clearly.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better. Thank you.
Okay. Opportunity. I have one question that how do you see this Ola business will add to the top line, the complete overall top line? And the second question, that how do you see? What is your projection? How do you see the top line growth in next 3 to 4 years?
The opportunities are enormous, and EV segment is going to grow very, very fast, and we expect 20 to 25% growth year to year.
And how much this Ola business will add to overall top line, sir?
So as we told earlier, we are in the final, stages of, started supplying. So once the supplies stabilize, we will be able to declare in the next quarter.
Mr. Pandey, does that answer your questions?
Thank you.
I'm sorry. So we are unable to hear you. We would request you to come back in the queue. Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Yash Gupta from Angel Broking. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question
Mr. Gupta, we are unable to hear you clearly, sir. Please use your handset.
Yeah, it's better now.
No, sir. The audio.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, my first question is, what's the current capacity utilization of LED headlamps and the tail lamps?
No, the capacity utilization is on plant basis. It is not on product basis. So once the product mix change, the same capacity we can realize more sales.
So overall capacity utilization of 75% is for the overall capacity.
Yes, all plants put together.
All plants put together. And sir, one second thing, can you throw some light on this agreement what we have done with the Ola, where you want to see this overall agreement in next 2 to 3 years? Do you expect that we will only be the sole supplier? And along with that, do we require to do any new capex due to this agreement what we have done? Because if we look at the capacity of the Ola factory, it looks to be very huge. So do we expect any new capex that we need to do for this current contract?
As you know, as of now, 2 projects is being launched by Ola. This is S1 and S1 Pro, and their Ola plans is very aggressive. So, but we cannot comment as of now. It is totally be depend on the Ola's condition, how they become and how they ramp up their plan. Accordingly, we are ready to supply cater the. Yeah, but we are sole supplier. We are the sole supplier.
Okay. So we don't expect any further capex in next 1 or 2 years due to this new agreement?
It is totally depend on the Ola's plans.
Not only Ola, all other EV manufacturer also. But for this year, we don't expect beyond 35.
Beyond 35. Okay, sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Before we move to the next question, we would like to request participants to, when you are asking a question, please use your handset. We have the next question from the line of Anish Munka from JST Investments. Please go ahead.
Sir, thank you for this opportunity. So my first question is, like what we observe is that our per quarter employee cost pre-COVID was approximately 50 to 52 crores. Then it decreased to 21 crores in Q1 FY21 and 41 crores in Q2 FY21. Then it normalized to over 50 crores in Q3 and Q4 of FY21. Currently, it has decreased again to 44 crores. So my question is, how are we so flexible with employee cost compared to other peers? Have you seen any increased attrition in the last 5 quarters due to this? And do we have enough manpower to grow our business, to take our business to higher capacity utilization? Thank you.
Thank you. So your first question about this flexibility of the manpower cost. So when direct manpower is like contract labor, this is flexible and it depends on the sales volume. So this is flexible. As far as the permanent employee cost is there, it is also as per the requirement. And our normal employee cost is between 13 to 14%.
Okay, and this will continue?
Yes.
Okay, so my next question is, sir, currently we have a net cash of 100 crores plus on our balance sheet, and this could go up to 200 to 250 crores by the end of this year. So actually this is creating a big drag on the return ratios of our company. So what will be the capital allocation policies that the company will follow going forward to address this issue? Also, are we looking at any inorganic ways to grow? Thank you.
Thank you. First thing, our free cash as on at the end of the quarter is 45 crore, and we are a net debt company as already informed. Regarding the utilization of this cash, we are a growing company. We have aggressive growth plans. So whatever be the capex requirement, it will be through this internal accruals as well as the if required from outside. So most of these internal accruals will be for the growth.
So how much time, sir, will it take to increase our capacity?
Basically, it takes 3 to 4 months time.
To increase up to what limits, sir? How much leeway do we have if we want to do it?
Depend on the customer requirement. Up to 20-25% capacity can be increased because we have enough land, and all the land belongs to the company. So we have enough land, and within 3 to 4 months, the capacity can be increased.
Okay, thank you, and all the best, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Abhishek Vigneswar, an investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, congratulations on the Ola order. Am I audible?
Sir, please use the handset. The audio is not very clear.
Yeah, congratulations on the Ola order. Am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, my question also already asked. It is based on the new capacity expansion in terms of that Ola order. Since their capacity is around 2 million units per annum. So do we need to expand our capacity to produce for that Ola order since we are going to be the sole supplier?
Yeah, as you know that our Hosur plant is strategically located near Ola's factory in South India. We are thus very well positioned to handle the Ola business. And moreover, whenever the capacity is required, we have as I told earlier, we have enough land. So it can be built in 4 to 5 months. It can start, production to their requirement.
So there are phase-wise plans here. So we have the first phase right now. And as it scales up, we will put in more. And some other information regarding the Ola order? Hello?
As told earlier, so
Yeah.
as to grow. And many things are in pipeline.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. This is the operator. The audio from your line is breaking. Management.
Okay. Now is clear?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Vigneswar, that's a question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have the next question from the line of Sameer Dosani from Carnelian Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you for taking my question. Congratulations on the Ola order. Just wanted one clarification. Is there some exclusivity period because we are the sole supplier to Ola?
See, as long as you are QC DDM, it is always exclusivity. So you have to be show your performance, your knowledge, and your development. All these things, to make you exclusive.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. That's it from my side.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Naveen Mata from Mahindra Manulife. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So this was again a question on this Ola order. So I just wanted to understand the arrangement. I thought it was going to be a kind of a phased ramp up, as you also mentioned. So when you are saying you are sole supplier, I just wanted to know whether this is for, let's say, the phase 1 or even beyond that.
No. Basically, as I told you, so far they have announced 2 models.
Yeah.
And they have already decided, and we are in the final stage of the production.
Okay.
And further, as and when the declare, you will come to know yourself how it is. Because we can't declare anything at the moment because of this, we are having NDA.
Okay. Right, sir. And sir, you mentioned one data point earlier that it will not cross some numbers. I didn't catch that exactly. Were you referring to the volumes for this year for Ola?
No. Which numbers you are referring?
I might have missed that. I thought you had some 35 number that you had mentioned. I wasn't sure exactly what that was referring to.
Yeah. 35 crores is the capex plan for current year.
Okay, got it. Just one more, sir. I know this is again kind of confidential to a certain extent, but just directionally, if you can give an indication as to this order or with regards to EVs, your business, is that going to be margin accretive as compared to our company level margins currently, or how should one think about that?
No, it will be similar.
Similar. Okay.
LED will be similar.
Okay, but that would be at a certain level of ramp up, if I'm not wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Ronak Vora from Home Advisors. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations on a good set of numbers. Sir, I just got two questions. First, from our current capacity, what kind of asset turnover can we make, or what kind of top line can we make for a full year if it's a normalized year?
Yeah, with this capacity, we can go up to 1,700 crores. However, as the trend towards LED is increasing, so this capacity would be able to generate much higher turnover. Hence, the product mix is also important to achieve more turnover with the same capacity.
Okay. So currently, when you're saying 1,700 crores, does that, so is it like our current mix, like 40% LED and 60% non-LED, conventional lighting?
Absolutely. Absolutely correct. The more we go into LED, the sale will also, the 1,700 crores will also increase accordingly.
Mr. Vora, does that answer your question?
Hello.
Sir, I believe we've lost the participant's line. We'll move to the next question. The next question is from the line of Ankush Sharma, an investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, I want to ask, what parts do we supply to Okinawa, Revolt, and Ampere? And are we the sole supplier in any other EV player?
Yeah, Okinawa, we are supplying, of course, headlamp, tail lamps, mirrors, exclusively all the items, all are in LED for both the models which are under as of now in the market. And Ampere also we are supplying few components, not headlamp and tail lamp, but there are mirrors and winkers we are supplying to Ampere. Other EVs also, there are not many other EVs we are working together and supplying for all the lamps like Electrotherm and Hero Electric, like that we are supplying to.
Okay, thank you. I have one more question. How much revenue are you making from EV right now? And what is the sales estimate for the next 3 years?
You know, at the moment the EV just is starting. And after coming Ola, it is becoming a very, very big opportunity. So, you know, we are in the initial stage. So, the opportunity is enormous. So, we are expecting a very huge sales and very, you know, more than, very good, you know, sales we are expecting in this.
Okay, okay, thanks for that. One last question. Are there any talks with any other OEMs? And can you please give an update on Hero MotoCorp?
We are working with Hero MotoCorp, but it will take time definitely because we are into line to take that kind of business. As of now, we are not in position to declare anything. But soon, once the things will be realized, we'll definitely be informed.
And
we are in the almost in the stage.
Okay.
Participant, your audio is breaking. We are unable to hear you clearly.
Yeah, I just said thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Dhananjay Mishra from Sunidhi Securities and Finance. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. So you said you have guided for 25 to 30% kind of revenue growth. What kind of margin trajectory you will be looking for next 2 3 years?
Sir, this will maintain current margins.
At 11-12%?
At the double digit.
11 to 12%.
Yes. 11 to 12%.
Okay. And this quarter export is about 5%. So how do you look export growth? I mean, it is going to increase? Export share is going to increase going forward?
Yes, it is going to increase.
So it will be like 10% 2 years down the line?
No.
basically we are expecting some growth, not in percentage.
We cannot explain as of now in percentage, but we are definitely be looking for a good growth near future.
And again, coming back to this Ola, so we are already supplying to them, or we will be supplying, we will start supplying from next quarter?
Yes, Ola has already informed they will be launch this vehicle in the market month of October. So next month onwards, supply will start.
Okay, so we will start booking revenue from Q3 onward, or for Ola?
Yeah, based on their supply, the revenue will start coming.
Okay, so if we are going to supply from next month onward, it probably will be booking revenue from Q3 onward, and you can say that this year itself we will have a fair contribution from this order.
Yes, we are very bullish on this.
Okay. Okay, sir. That's all from my side. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Ankit Merchant from Quest Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. My question is pertaining to the kit value. Just trying to understand that how much would be the difference between the LED kit value and the halogen kit value. Also, from the Ola perspective, I believe that the realization won't have a very big difference because it will be in the range of what we have been doing for the LED kit which we are supplying to the other two-wheeler OEMs.
Yeah, if we talk about conventional lamp and tail lamp, because all put together, it is always be ranging from 800 to 1500 rupees. Wherein with respect to LED, if we talk about, it is around 200 to 5500 or 6000 approximately.
Okay.
It depends on the design and configuration which is required or designed from the customer point of view.
Okay, so be it for ICE or for EV, that LED kit value which you just said would be in that range only. That is between 2,500 to 5,500.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Varun Parani from Quant Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is with respect to the technology. So how does our technology with respect to our products compare with those of competitors? And, from pricing point of view also, where are we in the premium segment or mid segment? Where are we in the pyramid? If you could briefly touch upon these things.
Yeah, it is totally depend on the vehicle manufacturer, what kind of product they are looking for. It is, of course, styling.
Sorry to interrupt. This is the operator. The audio from your line is breaking, sir.
Now is clear?
Yes, sir. It is clear now. Thank you.
Yeah, it is totally depend on the customer requirement. Of course, every customers have their features, different features in the lamps, and based on that only cost is being calculated.
Right. And on the technology part?
Technology part, of course, we have our technical center, design center in Italy, and that is a wholly subsidiary company of FIAM. Together with the subsidiary company, we are working together and we are giving this.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Anubhav Rawat. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Congratulations on a good performance in a tough time, sir. Sir, few basic questions. So, sir, the semiconductor shortage that is going on, so sir, what is your view on the overall industry as to what is happening on the ground level?
Yeah, of course. There is a shortage in semiconductor and electronic components. But we are managing this discussion or with managing, we are managing all the demand as of now together with the OEMs consultation. And some of the products we are buying on spot purchase also. And somehow we are managing with the existing supplier as well as new suppliers too.
Okay, sure, sir. And sir, alluding to one of the questions and a participant asked, so besides Ola, are we a sole supplier in any other OEM or specifically EV as of now?
EV, yes. So we can say Okinawa is the one company, Electrotherm is the second one. These are the sole suppliers.
And many more in the pipeline.
Because EV market is now growing, and we are working with lot many other manufacturers, and will soon be declared about those also.
Great, sir. Perfect. So, sir, from this, one more question arises. So, earlier in con calls, you had said that, at our maximum capacity utilization, revenue of, 1,700, 1,800 would be achieved. So, now, would you like to revise that, sir? I mean, it should go up further up, right?
No. Basically, what we have said earlier was 1,700 based on the non-LED and some mix of LED. So the more LED train will come, automatically this is because it is 2x as compared to the normal one. So basically, automatically this sale from 1,700 can cross 2,000, 2,500, something like that. Depend on more utilization of LED.
Perfect. Understood, sir. Sure. Thank you. I'll fall back in with you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Amit Botra, an investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. Sir, I have a quick one question in terms of the new products. Now, if you look at the presentation of the company, there are a couple of new products that the company has ventured into, like LED lights, bulbs, even LED displays. And out of, I think there's one more product which is, bank anchor, which even has showed excellent growth in the last, 1 or 2 years from 2021. So I just want to understand, like, what are our plans for these new products in the next, couple of years.
Basically, we are very aggressive towards LED lamps in auto.
So as we declared last time also, we have 40 plus projects under development as of now, which will be realized in next 2 years' time to give our net growth of sales
in coming years.
Yeah.
Okay. So for these LED displays and LED, bulbs and lights, since they are like, a different industry altogether compared to the, it's not a automotive industry, it's a non-automotive. Are you planning for some kind of a, separate line of business or separate stream in terms of a marketing, marketing heads? Are there any plans which are in the pipeline which you can share?
No, our clear focus is on the LED automotive segment. The other, we've already informed that our other segments which were there, the other luminary segment is on a rundown basis. So our company would be only focused on the automotive LED segment.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Manan Patel from Eravat Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir, and congratulations for this Ola order. Sir, I want to understand from you the mix of EV, LED and halogen going forward. As you mentioned that in the few years it will be 50-50, but given the circumstances, I am assuming that all EV will be LED business. And if EVs are going to disrupt, shouldn't our LED mix be much higher than 50%?
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, it is not going to, in next 2-3 years, we are expecting 50%. But it depends again if the, the EV looks to be very, very aggressive. No wonder it will reach to 70%. So basically, it depends how fast the other people also come. So there is, but the trend is very aggressive in EV now, and from government side also, it is very encouraging to everybody.
Understood. Sir, in that light, do you see any disruptions in our halogen business itself and the other players who use our halogen bulbs? So if you can throw some light on the disruption.
Basically, I can't say about halogen, but I can say the trend is towards LED. So more and more EVs and more new features that can be generated by LED only. So I am seeing a great future in LED as compared to halogen.
Understood, sir. Thanks a lot. That's it from me.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Vidhi Dadia from Redan Securities. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Congratulations on the Ola order. So my question is, as per your understanding, what makes Ola choose PM Industry as the sole supplier for its EV body aesthetics? And how are you placed against your competitors for the same product? Thank you.
Basically, any systems, any newcomers or any OEMs give business based on QC/DDM. How is your quality? How is the quality rating with the existing customer? How is your factory? How much you are better equipped than your others? How is your design capability? How is your basically electronic capacity? As I told earlier, that we were the first in India to put up the assembly line. Today, we have most of the thing in-house, which our competitor doesn't have. So basically, it depends how better you can do score as compared to your competitors. So based on QC/DDM, they select you, and based on that, we got the order from Ola also.
Okay. Perfect, sir. That's great. Thank you so much, and all the best for the growth ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Sunil Shah from Total Star Portfolio Managers. Please go ahead.
Sir, just for my understanding, what would be the kit value in a two-wheeler if it is halogen based, and the kit value in a two-wheeler if it is LED based?
Yeah, as we explained in the last question also, it is around, if we talk about halogen, it is ranging from 800 to 1500 as a kit value. In case we go with LED headlamps, tail lamps, blinker, complete kit, it is ranging from 2,000 rupees to 5,500 or 6,000. It is totally depend on the configuration of product which we are designing for customer.
Okay. And sir, the margins on both of these?
Margins are same.
Margins are same. Okay. It does not make any difference. Fine, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Amit Botra, an investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. One more question. I think I missed it last time. So what is the opportunity that you're looking from the railways? I think you said in the previous presentations as well, if you're looking for something great. Is there anything ballpark that you can put the numbers on?
No, we are not expecting very good volume from that side.
It's not a focus area for us anymore. It used to be.
As we told earlier, our focus is automotive, and especially LED lamps.
Okay. Okay, sir. Is it because of COVID and the recent rundown from the railways in terms of for investments, or is it for the long term as well?
Yeah, long term, basically.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have before we move to the next question, we would like to remind participants to ask a question. You may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Kashyap Zaveri from Emkay Global. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, please.
Sir, congratulations on the new order win from the EV space. Just wanted to check one thing. So, when this order was under negotiation, were we involved in this particular order, right since inception, like, designing, engineering, and things like that. Just wanted to understand, our scope of involvement, with the vendor, which would obviously help us, in future also. Because what I could see is that, this lamp design is, I don't know whether that's the right word, but I mean, it was totally out of the box. So I just wanted to check on our involvement, since the beginning, how much was, there in this.
Basically, any new product, any new customer, it is they give us one particular area, and based on that we totally design, and then we give features. Then it goes to them, and then they tell us the features. Based on that, we design the lamp.
Right.
So all the latest features is the design. As you know that we have a wholly owned subsidiary in the design center in Italy. So we take help of that subsidiary and use the latest design based on the customer requirement. So basically, everything right from the total designing is done by us based on the customer requirement.
Okay.
So it is not something we copy. We don't copy. We can't copy. So we have to
I'm saying not you copying. What I'm trying to understand is that was the design given by the vendor, the customer, or we did it right from scratch?
Yeah, this is from the scratch only, because what we are getting from customer is a surface of the product. The profile which is being think by the customer, the styling being think by the customer, we are getting only that much of surface. And overall designing of internal, mechanical, electrical, optical, this is all done by us only.
Okay.
All the customer process is like that only.
Okay. And second question is on the four-wheeler side. About couple of years ago, we were trying to get in, with one of the Japanese companies through a joint venture or through the technology. Is anything, coming up on that? Is it now on sort of back burner, or it's something we are not looking at all at this point of time?
As of now, we are working, our focus is on two-wheeler business, but of course, we are working on that front also. And once we'll get some partners, we'll definitely be introduced in the market.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from my side, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Anubhav Rawat. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. One follow-up question. So, sir, this LED luminaire asset that we had, we invested a couple of years ago. So, is my understanding right that most of it has been, utilized in our normal business, which is LED lamps and halogen lamps, and the remaining would have depreciated more or less over these years? So what I'm trying to understand is that it won't hamper our return ratios anymore, right, going forward? Is the understanding correct?
Yes, correct. So basically, it is a rundown business. So we are, whatever, we are able to, take into the auto, because auto LED is increasing. So all these machinery we are trying to utilize in auto. So basically, for luminaries, it is a rundown business for us. We are no more interested in that.
Okay, sure, sir. Understood. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. Participants, if you have a question, you may enter star and 1. As there are no further questions, I would like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments. Please go ahead, sir.
I hope we have been able to reply all your queries adequately. I would like to thank everyone for sparing your valuable time and participating in the con call. Please stay safe and be healthy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, members of the management and Mr. Rawat. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of FIAM Industries and Monarch Networth Capital Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.